Hey everybody, how are you doing? It has been a while since I have sat down in front of the camera. I've been behind the camera a little bit with videos, but sitting down feels a little weird. It has been several weeks. If you follow me like on Instagram or Facebook, you know, we've kind of chatted a little bit more. So anyway, first and foremost, let me know how you guys are doing in the comments. Like, are you working, not working? You know, just how things are going in general. Things are pretty good here, but I would have to say, you know, like everybody, emotions are like up and down. One day you're good, one day you're not. The thing with me is, you know, I try to be sensitive to what is going on, and I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna kind of put a pause on a lot of the normal content until I feel ready. Well, about a week ago, week and a half ago, I started thinking, oh, I'm gonna film something. Then that never happened. You know, I've put up a couple of grocery hauls, talked a little bit in that. Oh, I'm gonna film something. And then I don't. And I'm telling you, I am really struggling with the motivation to film, which honestly, that happens to me with YouTube sometimes anyways. I've spoken to some of you about that. You know, whenever you know, it's been a while and you don't see a video from me. I don't know. I have that mental block sometimes. But anyway, so I've wanted to get back into it. And what is sad is starting this year, I kind of tried to just change my mindset and say, you know, try to have different thoughts about YouTube and not like let things bother me, my perfectionism, like all that kind of stuff. So anyway, I was doing really well with that, and I actually had so much content planned out, and then the virus hit. And with me, a lot of my content is travel and fashion. That's what like most of the views come from. And pretty much 5 weeks, I would say, worth of content gone. So, because I had 2 trips get canceled. You know, and I don't know, it just felt silly like talking about frivolous stuff, which it still does. But that's what we're going to talk about today. But I did want to chat a little bit with you guys just because I haven't in a while. You know, I know so many of you like want regular content, and then you have other half that say, no, you're being tone deaf, putting out regular content. I mean, everybody just wants something different. And I know you can't please everybody, but I also just wanted to do whatever felt right for me. And putting out my regular content just did not feel right. And I thought, you know what? I'll know when it feels right. And I've been kind of wanting to get back into it. Like I said, the last week or so. So just keep that in mind when you start seeing my videos come out, that it's just time, I feel like, for me personally. I know a lot of you, when I had asked on Instagram if you were watching more YouTube or not, some of you said that yes, you were, but you were watching totally different content, which is understandable. I get it. And then some of you still just wanted to see the same thing no matter what. Again, like I said, my content switched because, not that I only do, I mean, you guys know I do all kind of content, but that's my main thing is travel, fashion. That's what people come to my channel for. It's my most viewed videos. What's funny, speaking of that, is I have not had, you know, my analytics, it'll tell you, you know, your top 10 videos. I have not had a cruise or travel related or fashion related video in my top 10 now for weeks. And that has been the first time, I bet, in 5 years that has happened. Probably the first time in at least 3 to 4 years, because that video is probably 4 or 5 years old now, that my #1 video has not been my what to pack for a cruise video, which is so weird. I literally have 0 cruise videos that are being watched right now, understandably. Nobody's going anywhere, and they sure aren't going on a cruise. So it's just weird. I mean, my content has definitely taken a hit, like my views and stuff, but that's okay. Anyway, just, you know, I'm kind of just rambling here, giving you my thoughts as I'm thinking of stuff. I did have a few things specifically I wanted to talk about. And what's funny, I'm looking at my hair in the mirror. I mean, the ends look so dry today. I mean, it is a little frizzy. I need to wash my hair. And again, it's a little fuzzy today, so it doesn't look the best, but I have not been on camera since I got my hair cut. Now, those of you that follow me on Instagram, you saw it probably a couple days after I got it done. And that was the beginning of March, I think, like the second week in March or something. I got quite a bit of my hair cut. I got my highlights freshened up. Thankfully, I do my roots at home. I've done that forever. Don't get eyelash extensions. Don't get my nails done. Like, I'm like, thank God, I guess I'm not as high maintenance as I thought I was, because I can do my own hair color. I've done my own nails for years. It amazes me, the people out there that do not know how to do their own nails. But whatever. I am going to share with you today some things I picked up at Sephora. By the way, the VIB sale is still going on. I'm a Rouge member, which kind of surprises me because I don't feel like I buy a lot at Sephora anymore, but apparently I must. I didn't need a lot. Matter of fact, I didn't buy any makeup, but I wanted to try out a few new hair things, and I replenished some things. So that's just what I'm going to share with you guys today. But I do want you guys to, you know, talking about video and content and stuff, I have had a list of still some videos that I can put out for you guys. But again, you know, I try to be sensitive again. I know I saw something the other day that I thought it really hit home with me. It said, you know, we're all in the same storm, but we're not in the same boat. And I thought that is exactly true. You know, we're all going through this virus together, but we're all in different circumstances, whether you're working, not working, you know, loved ones sick, not, if you've been sick, just all, I mean, just all kind of circumstances. You know, we are grateful that my husband's still working. He's working from home. He's actually been just as busy. He's on a call right now, which is another thing. I am used to being by myself all day and being able to work and just talk to the camera and whatever when I film. And that's been a weird thing for me too. I cannot film when somebody else is in the house. He's on the other side of the house with the door shut on a call. I'm in here. So that's just something we got to get used to. But, you know, I love having him around. It's been great. But anyway, leave me your suggestions in the comments below on some ideas you may want to see. Again, I do have a few ideas that I can film. Like, I know I still need to put out that Gucci bag comparison. You guys had asked me about that a couple months ago. I wanted to wait on that. But oddly enough, I noticed some bag videos are the ones being viewed a lot right now. You guys are still taking advantage of some awesome sales that are out there. So I share that stuff on Instagram. You know, if you can't take advantage of them, that's fine. If you can, I'm just there to share once in a while for those of you that, you know, are still shopping and still want to look. It doesn't matter to me, you know, if you're buying or not buying. Everybody, you know, again, is doing their own thing right now, and I totally respect that. So let's get on to the haul. I could sit here and just shoot the breeze with y'all all day long, but I don't know, something about my hair is driving me crazy against this black. And again, I rough dried it and then just barely straightened it, and then needing to be washed. It's not the best representation of my haircut right now. So anyway, don't judge me too hard on that, but I do like it being shorter. So hair care, speaking of, I needed a backup of the Living Proof Full Dry Volume Blast. You guys know I've talked about this for years. I literally think it is 2 years this month that I have been using this. Love it. Could use some in my hair right now, to be honest. I mean, it just gives great volume. It kind of works like a dry shampoo in a way, I think, too. I do have the dry shampoo of this brand. I just love this, like, especially like right here. Love that stuff. Again, I must feel extra chatty today since I'm one of those people anyway. I'm either extra chatty and talk your ear off, or I'm super quiet. So this shampoo from Alterna, it's the Caviar Anti-Aging. This is the color hold. I used years ago the one in the dark purple bottle, and I don't think I've ever used this one. So I wanted to try this one because I try to use a good shampoo for colored treated hair, especially right after I do my roots or anything, and I alternate between another one I'm going to show you. So I wash my hair about every other day, every 2 days. So wanted to try this one. The only thing I don't like about this line is it's very hard to get it out of the bottle sometimes. The plastic is very thick. So that brings me to my next one here. I ended up getting a backup of Olaplex. And by the way, I had asked on Instagram, did a poll on that one picture asking, you know, if you guys wear makeup every day, if you follow me there, or Facebook, you saw it, and if you were buying anything from the Sephora sale. I mean, it was like over 60% of you said you were not shopping the Sephora sale. I don't know if that's just because of what's going on right now or you don't need makeup or whatever. I definitely didn't need any makeup, but I like taking advantage of things when they're on sale. So the Olaplex, you guys have heard me talk about this. This is great if you have dry hair or your hair just needs, you know, some, you know, repair, strengthen, hydrate. That's what it says. This is the shampoo and conditioner. I was kind of about right here on my bottle. So I thought, you know what? 20%, might as well get a backup. I'm gonna keep with hair 1 second here because this intrigued me, this set. I love Kerastase products and this was a really good deal. And I thought, you know, if anything, they're travel size. Hopefully we'll all be traveling again at some point. I really miss traveling. It's making the month seem off for me. Let me know if this is happening to you guys, because I missed our main spring trip. It makes it almost feel like March didn't happen or we're not to March yet or something. I don't know. I feel really messed up in my months now. And then, you know, quarantine, you never know. It's like Groundhog Day every day. Anyway, this Kerastase set is for dry hair, and I really want to try this one. I have tried different Kerastase products over the years, but I don't know if I've ever tried kind of this normal one that you see from them. So really excited and to try that. And again, it was a great price for all 3 of these. This is something I don't think I have shared with you guys yet. I actually switched up a lot of my skincare probably a few weeks after I did that skincare video in January. Sometimes that happens. Well, I ended up trying some new things at the end of January, and I've repurchased a couple of things just recently. Things that I'm really liking that have a lot of good benefits to them. And then stopped some other things, went back to like, you know, my vitamin C and all that. But anyway, this is one of them from The Ordinary. This is the buffet. This is the copper peptides. I am about halfway finished with the bottle I have. So I wanted this, and The Ordinary is a really good price anyway. And this gets great reviews, even from, you know, skincare specialists and stuff. This is a nice one to try. So what do I do with this? Because you don't, if I remember correctly, with copper, you don't want to use it along vitamin C, if I'm remembering that correctly. So what I do, I use this one morning before moisturizer, then the next morning I'll use my vitamin C, and I alternate this with my vitamin C. Anyway, so bought another one of those. I bought a backup of the Lancer polish. I really love this. I have used this now for I don't know how long either. About 2 to 3 days a week, I would say, just as needed in the shower. When my skin just feels a little rough, you need to get that dead skin off. This is great. I have sensitive skin. It does not irritate my skin at all. I buy this whenever it's on sale. So usually about twice a year I can get away with, like either in the fall at the Sephora sale or the Nordstrom anniversary sale, or like in the spring. So love that. All right, last 2 things. This is one of the skincare products I was just mentioning. So I actually just bought this from the brand too, because they had a 20 or 25% off sale. So I actually already have one backup, but I thought I would get another. I bought this right before we left. I think the last night we were in Florida. We were on a business trip with my husband the very end of January, and I bought this at the Sephora in the mall there in Palm Beach. So it lasted me, I just opened a new one. It lasted me right at about 2 months because it's 1.69 fluid ounces. This is the Biossance is the brand, the Squalane and Probiotic Gel Moisturizer. I also have the Squalane, the one, I don't know if it's probiotic as well, but it's the thicker cream. This is the gel moisturizer. I use this during the day. I use the thicker cream at night once in a while, or during the day if my skin's extra dry. So I don't use that one as much, and definitely in the summer I'll use this. Really love these products. I'm also using the lactic acid from this brand. That is a new thing that I incorporated, and really seeing great results with that. I use that about every other night. Love this brand though. I mean, like I said, you can read about it. I'll link everything I'm talking about below. Has a lot of good ingredients in them. And then the last thing from Sephora is I just bought a backup of the Fresh Sugar, the lip caramel. I actually just opened one. This has like been my favorite lip balm for quite some time. They have a lot of different scents, I guess you call them, flavors right now. I mean, they have like coconut and watermelon and lemon and all kind of things, but I wasn't sure if those would bother me. I use this like in the morning when I'm putting makeup on or right before bed. I always use it. I knew I liked the caramel one because it smells kind of just vanilla, so I bought a backup of that. I always like to have a backup, even though it takes me a while to use it. Again, one of those things I know I'm going to continuously use. Why not save 20% on it when it's a product? I would hate when I run out for it to not be on sale and then have to just buy it at full price, which would be okay, but you know, I'd rather not. As far as what I have on my skin today, I have not used this in a little while because I haven't been using a lot of makeup. I do put on some CC cream just for some protection and kind of make me feel a little more motivated during the day. I'd shared that on my Instagram, my little 5-minute makeup routine, but today I decided to bust out the Tom Ford. So this is included in the Sephora sale. It'd be a great time. I know it's ridiculously expensive, but you know why I like this and why I used it today? We did have to run out and pick up something. It's quick. I just use a flat top brush with it, kind of, you know, brush it over and then put it on, and it's super quick, but yet you have really good coverage. I like that. This to me would be a great travel foundation because it travels well, it looks very nice, and it's quick to put on, covers well again. So I hadn't used this in a while. You guys know I went on a foundation kick a couple of months ago, you know, testing out some new foundations. And then I really just had, that was kind of the only thing I was into at the time was foundation. Really haven't had the urge to pick up anything else that I can think of. And then as far as lips, I don't really have a ton else going on other normal. I'm one of those people I mentioned in that picture. If I don't do my full-on eye makeup, I really don't look like I have a lot of makeup on. I definitely don't look like I have a lot of eye makeup on. But I'm using just that Revlon Shine, the Glossed Up Rose. So just looks like that. That's what I have on my lips. Just keeps them moisturized. I did pick up another one again before the stores closed, so it's been a while ago now. Because our stuff here in Alabama shut down like pretty quickly. I want to say like March 16th or something, that one Monday or something. So I picked up this pink color, which I really like it too. I haven't worn it as much, but it is the Beaming Strawberry. So it's really pretty. I like those. If you guys happen to place like a online order at a drugstore or see them in your drugstore or something, I meant like online order at like Ulta, but if you see them in your drugstore or something, if you happen to be out, those are nice. So hopefully I'm gonna get back into a little bit more of a groove. I don't know about the fashion videos, honestly, because where are we going? I mean, I don't feel like I'm into it as much because I know I'm not going anywhere to wear anything. I have a whole rack of clothes for 2 trips that are just still sitting there. I was going to do like a spring try on then after my trips got canceled. I thought, oh, I'll still go ahead and do like a lookbook. And that just didn't feel right. It just, I don't know, I just wasn't feeling it. And then as the days and days went on, I'm like, yeah, this really isn't gonna work. So they're just still sitting there. And then of course I have a lot of stuff to return once stores can open back up. So again, just let me know in the comments how you guys are doing, what you wanna see. You know, just anything. So we can just chit chat and come on once a week and just hang out, whatever. But again, be sure to follow me on Instagram because if you missed it in one of those grocery haul videos, I did say I've been kind of sharing a little bit like what we're doing for dinner each night. I mean, some nights it may be frozen pizza, but just keeping it real. I don't do it every night, but just, you know, to give you some ideas once in a while. It's kind of been hit and miss, just depends what we feel like. So anyway, I hope y'all are well. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch. I really appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.